all for having me here. I'm certainly honored to be here with the Delta Authority Leadership Institute. And I want to say thank you to Mayor Robbins and to Susan Youngblood, Selma City Councilwoman, for being the state co-chairs of the Delta Leadership Network. The work y'all do is vital to your community and certainly vital to our state. Much of what happens in economic development occurs at the local level. When you are successful, the state is successful. And I am grateful for what you do at the local level. It also impacts in a positive way our great state. So I just thank you for all you're doing, not only for your community, but for the great state of Alabama. It does take leadership and it does take efforts, and much of it is done at the local level. And also, I understand we have some recent graduates of the Leadership Institute here, and I certainly congratulate you and all of you who graduated from the Institute. You know, you can add that line, graduate of the Delta Leadership Institute, to your letters or your emails or whatever, and that gives further credence to your stature, even if you all hold an elected position. So the Delta Regional Leadership Institute is an important entity, and it's so great to see dedicated public servants like y'all getting new learning tools so you can better help your communities, and I'm proud to encourage you in that. Y'all recognize that every person here this morning, every one of you, is a leader. And we all play important roles in our communities and in our state. Since taking office, I have sought to steady the ship of state. And by that I mean to restore the image of Alabama and to ensure that all of our people have every opportunity to succeed in life. But we must remember that leadership is not defined by what we know, but rather it's defined by what we're willing to do with what we know. What we're willing to do with what we know. And each of you works daily to improve our state and to improve the lives of our fellow Alabamians. We are all in this arena together to make Alabama the very best state she can be. And just as you must evaluate challenges that come before you in our rural counties, and I'm from Wilcox County, and so I clearly know about rural areas. In fact, I bought my first snowball dress here in Selma. But just like you've got to evaluate challenges that you face in local communities, I too must make calculated determinations on how best to proceed in leading our great state. The best leaders among us are those who identify challenges, talk frankly about them with the facts, and then work diligently to address those challenges as appropriate. So you've got to, as a leader, and all of your leaders now, each one of you, you've got to be willing to step up, identify the challenge, and then take the appropriate action, working with other people to offer solutions. Leadership is simply not just about complaining when something is wrong. Leaders cannot just complain. Leaders have to offer solutions. So remember that. You've got to offer solutions. Good ideas with no action are just good ideas. So I'm committed to working every day to govern, to make a difference, and to face the challenges that we have and lead us all into finding answers to those challenges. Our society, y'all, greatly depends on the example that you set. You are identified in every local community where you are as an important person, as a leader. Folks look up to you, especially our young people. And y'all, we've got to do a whole lot of work to give some leadership and guidance and encouragement to our young people. We must encourage them to read more. I mean, just to read more. Engage your grandparents to help children over to read. We've got to do more to get our children reading and know the importance of education so that they can find something they enjoy learning about and hopefully one day be able to convert what they've learned into a meaningful career. One of the best investments we can make is in our children, of course. And a good investment in our children is to invest in education. Education is absolutely the heartbeat of our great state. If our people are educated, then they can better provide for themselves, their families, and become productive members of society. As a former teacher myself, I clearly understand the importance of a strong educational foundation. Recently, I announced my education initiative, Strong Start, Strong Finish. Strong Start, Strong Finish. The vision of Strong Start, Strong Finish is to provide a comprehensive approach of collaboration to improve education all the way through education from pre-K through PhD. However, folks, for far too long, many of our educational efforts have been conducted in silos, conducted alone. Our educational efforts have been divided, separated, and even dysfunctional. So we've got to start working together. And Strong Start, Strong Finish, we will combine our efforts, work collaboratively together, and bring all the stakeholders to the table. Strong Start, Strong Finish addresses three of the core phases of a student's or individual's learning journey: early childhood education, pre-high school, and post-high school. All three of these are focused on the goal of building a quality workforce, and we would improve the quality of all people in education in Alabama. So the first step in Strong Start, Strong Finish is we take what is working in pre-K and integrate that body of knowledge into kindergarten, first, second, and third grades. A student must be reading at grade level by the third grade. If they are not, these young people are 4 times less likely to graduate. Students who do not graduate are highly likely to become inmates in our prisons. And in fact, statistics related to reading proficiency in the third grade now are used to determine how many beds will be needed in Alabama prisons. So when a child finishes the third grade in Alabama, he or she must be reading at third grade or beyond. That is just imperative. Every child deserves a strong start with their education. Second part of Strong Start, Strong Finish, we start instructing our students on coding, computer programming, software design in the middle school and high school. Providing a strong basis in computer science creates more opportunities for our students, and it also gives them a running start toward high-demand jobs. Right today in Alabama, there are 4,600 unfilled jobs that pay $82,000 a year annual salary. And they're unfilled because we do not have folks trained in computer science. We've got to encourage all of our children, but especially our female students, to take computer science courses. We live in a technology-driven world, and we've simply got to get our educational system beginning to match that and teach in a technology-driven way. And I've shared this same message with different groups of educators, and I will continue to do that. And the third part of Strong Start, Strong Finish is we must prepare our people for jobs today, but also for tomorrow. When I was at the Paris Air Show not long ago, I had specified meetings with 21 aerospace CEOs. These are global CEOs. 3 of the meetings were with new folks, so we trying to foster new relationships. But 18 of those meetings were with CEOs, global aerospace firms who already have a firm in operation in Alabama. And they met with me and told me what it was like for them and their firms doing business here in Alabama. At the end of the day, having heard those 18 unsolicited comments, I realized there had been a single thing that they were each saying. In essence, it was, quote, "Our facility in Alabama is successful because of the quality and productivity of our employees." And y'all, that speaks volumes about our workforce today. And that is good news. However, We have not yet trained our workforce for the 21st century jobs, and we've got to do a better job of that. So we also have to know that by 2020, 62% of all the jobs that will be available in Alabama. 2020 is just right around the corner, folks. But by then, 62% of all jobs available in Alabama will require some form of post-secondary education. That means finish high school and then get a certificate, or a 2-year, or a 4-year, or beyond degree. Right now, only 37% of our workforce holds such a certificate or degree. We've got a big leap to make there. Through strong start, strong finish, we will ensure that our students graduate high school and then earn a post-secondary certificate of degree. When our people have a strong start, they can finish with a strong finish when they enter the workforce, but we've got to be sure that they are well prepared. And to do this, quite frankly, we've all got to work together. And that's one of the reasons this meeting today is so important. Since day one of taking office, I have emphasized to my administration and to people of Alabama my commitment to recruiting more jobs to our state. I pledge to create more employment opportunities for Alabamians today and for generations to come. To attract a new business in Alabama or to encourage an existing firm to expand, we must support a climate which is a climate that is pro-business and friendly to business and makes it another reason why infrastructure in our state is so important. And I'll just tell you, as governor, I'm leading our state and doing all we can to make economic growth and success an everyday norm, not the exception. And yes, there's no doubt that we have a lot of challenges facing our great state. At the same time, when we have our men and women employed with work that makes a difference and pays a good salary, that goes a long way in solving problems. So I'm really proud that we've announced that more people are now working in Alabama today than at any time in the last 10 years. That is unemployment dropped another notch this week, and yet still, we're now at 4.5% unemployment, but yet still, we have 96,000 Alabamians who do not have a job. And y'all, many of these are in the rural, impoverished counties which you see every day. And I'm working daily to ensure that those men and women who want a job can have a job, but not just any job. I want our people to be qualified and to have a job that pays a good salary. I can't achieve this alone, neither can you. That's the reason meetings like this are so helpful and valuable, so we can share information one with another. We can network. We can help each other find ways to help the folks where we live and work every day. I envision an Alabama that has ample opportunity for economic opportunity, where our children are well educated and prepared for the workforce, and the wheels of commerce move safely across our infrastructure that is well funded. Folks, we've steadied the ship of state. Now we must steer it toward progress and sustainability. And I pledge to you, as long as I'm governor, Alabama will not be content to maintain the status quo. When my time as governor comes to a close, whenever that may be, I hope to leave this state better than when I found it, because I would not shy away from challenges that must be addressed. I am honored to be with you today. I applaud you for being here, for the work that you do, and I sure look forward to working with you as a team going forward as we together work together to build Alabama. May God bless each of you, your families, our other states in the region, the great state of Alabama, and these United States of America.